What's happening, boys? Mike from Spike Life. What do you know about the LionSteel Barlow? Let's get into it. All right, boys, and here it is, the LionSteel Barlow. Check that out. That is class personified. All right. Full disclosure, LionSteel did not send this to me. Like most of you, I tore the shit out of a Blade HQ box that I got in the mail, and out it came. Uh, so this style of knife is the one that really started it for me as a young guy. I'm pretty old now. So I had a job when I worked overseas as a kid, and it required me to, carry a knife. And like any other kid who had a shitty job and not a lot of money, I bought a buck 110. But it wasn't a buck 110. It was more like a buck 109. It was a knockoff, a Chinese knockoff. But anyway, I still have the knife, and it was that half stop and that walk and talk and that snap that really did it for me. So there it is. Look at that hog's leg. You know, yes, it's filthy. I have beat the ever-loving piss out of this thing, and I was gonna clean it up, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna leave it just like that. So, yeah, that is a big boy. Anyway, look at this. LionSteel has really done an amazing job on a classic aesthetic like this. I mean, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but look at the bolsters where they meet the scales. Besides the chamfering right there, I can hardly feel where they come together. They feel almost seamless if it weren't for that chamfer in the middle where they come together. Titanium bolsters, also titanium liners, all right? And get a good look at this. Every bit of this guy has been radiused, rounded, beveled, and rolled over. It is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. This thing does come in a couple of different blade variations. It has a round head, a shuffler. I opted to get the sheep's foot. Aesthetically, I like the look of it. The scales also come in, I want to say, carbon fiber, micarta, olive wood, and do they? Yeah, they do make a ram's horn one. I liked the look of the Santos wood. Kind of a quiet aesthetic. Looks really nice in a carry. So let's check this guy out. Ooh, listen to that. That half stop is solid. That thing just cooks. Whoo, LionSteel. Bringing sexy back. Absolutely. It's even got a tiny little fuller on here. Look at that. That is M390. The grind on here is pretty sweet. And look how thin that stock is. That is a slicer. That is indeed a slicer. Let's check this out. Beautiful. Unreal. Gorgeous, gorgeous knife. So the finishing on here, pretty good. The centering was a bit off when I got it. That's to be expected on blade steel that thin at times. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect the performance of the knife at all. So check that guy out. Unreal. So this thing is, the blade comes in at 3 inches on this guy, as you might expect, kind of the standard. I did pick this up at Blade HQ for, I want to say it was $139.95. It is a bit cheaper on Knife Center. I think right now they're going for like $129.95. Depending on what type of scales you get for it. I want to say between the micarta and the ram's horn, they do vary a little bit, not much, $8-10 maybe, depending on your preference or your poison there. But yeah, that's it. And let's give her the cut test. Let's check her out. That kills me each time. Just beautiful. All right. Let's see. I remember my dad doing this when I was a kid. Whether it was, look how slicey that baby is. She is sexy. Beautiful. Right on. What a gentleman's knife. This is something that I've been wanting to grab for a while. I have other knives. I have beefy workhorses. I've got OTFs. You name it, I've got it. Not as good as some, but I got them. So I wanted to get this one, kind of a going out thing. My wife and I, we go places. Last thing you want to do is carry a boar's leg with you or a hog's leg, and you never want to be the scary guy who pulls out the big knife or the big black knife. But this is gorgeous, man. It's one of those things where your kids are around, or your family is around, and you want to peel an apple or cut some cheese or do some whittling. This is the knife, and it is gorgeous. It is an envy for sure of those around you, and it's a conversational piece. So, like I said, LionSteel quality, bringing beautiful back, baby. Check them out, guys. You won't be disappointed. Let's see how she fits into my carry. Well, boys, that is it for this episode. Remember, work hard, play hard, never apologize for being a man. May the Lord richly bless you and your families. Till next time.